sighed James. Where is Edward when you need him? Oh, here he comes now. Lace again, Edward. Edward laughed, and James fumed away. Edward is a lump of old iron and he clanks about, James said. Old iron, said Thomas and Percy. He could beat you in a race any day. Really? The next morning James arrived at the signal box. His fireman was taken ill, so his driver uncoupled him ready for shunting. James was very impatient. Suddenly the signalman shouted. There was James puffing down the line. Don't worry, I saw everything. Two animals climbed on James's footplate and fiddled with the controls. Don't worry, I'll call the inspector for help, he said, and he rang. Yes? Right. Okay, I'll tell him. Thank you. He said when Edward arrives, just jump on straight away. Okay. I think I can hear him coming now. Good man, jump in. Ha ha ha. This is great. I've never been able to fly down the line as fast as this. Hang on a minute, I'm going faster and faster. Help, he yelled. The driver tried to scramble across. The engines were side by side. The driver hung upside down. Jiffy was coming on the same line as well. Look out, Jiffy, they yelled. Ouch, yelled Jiffy. Harold arrived at the narrow gauge railway, where Minnie was. Minnie, I want you to chase James, he said. The Minnie went straight to work. The driver jumped, and he jumped into the Mini Cooper. James first puffed across the bridge, but the Mini Cooper got stuck. Help, he yelled. Then his back wheels broke, and he fell off the bridge. Edward saw everything, and came with the boxcar. No! Yelled Edward. Minnie, are you there? James's driver. Are you there, Minnie? I've got to save James. But the track was on fire and started to sink in. Edward gave one mighty push and made the boxcar free. But still Edward was stuck. Edward soon pulled himself up, and he soon caught up with James. Edward stopped in horror to watch that James was crashing into the mine, and he crashed through the other side, and he plunged down. Butch saw everything. Quickly he lassoed his rope, and he threw it down. It caught James in midair. James hung helpless. Butch couldn't hold the weight, so he tied it round and round and round the mine. Meanwhile, Edward went for help to Diesel 10. Straight away they both set off. When they arrived, to their surprise, the mine was shuddering with all the weight it was holding. Then Diesel 10 reached out with his long claws and grabbed onto the rope, then he, Edward and Butch pulled James upward. When they were pulling James out, disaster struck. The mine fell in. Sneezed Diesel 10. Gesundheit, said Edward, politely. That night at the engine sheds, Thomas and Percy were pleased to see James again, and the Mini Cooper was rescued and was painted a different colour, and also the driver was safe. When the Mini Cooper fell, the driver jumped clear. Everybody was safe and happy.